After carnage yesterday, markets bounced back to snap the 5-day losing streak. After a volatile session, Sensex ended over 360 points higher to close around the 58,000 mark, just shy of it. Nifty shut shop above 17,250. While there was a low-level buying seen across stocks in trade today, traders are keenly eyeing the 2-day Fed policy review starting later in the day. Gains in financials, auto stocks aiding the recovery in headline indices. After a better-than-expected performance in Q3, Maruti was the top Nifty gainer, rallying over 7%. Nifty Bank snapped the 8-day losing streak. Axis Bank, Bank, SBI, some of the top gainers in trade. While all sectoral indices recovered, Nifty IT was the only loser. Wipro, Tech Mahindra, Titan, Bajaj Finserv and Ultratech Cement, some of the top laggards. On the other hand, after the crash yesterday, Zomato surged 20% from the day's low, while markets clawed back into the green. As per analysts, excessive volatility is likely to continue for a few more days until clarity emerges from the Fed meeting. India's largest passenger vehicle manufacturer, Maruti, reported a sharp drop in profit from a year ago. While net profit was down almost 48%, both profit and revenue beat street estimates. A global chip shortage slowed production and high material costs squeezed margins. Though total revenue fell about 1%, the car maker hopes to increase production in the fourth quarter. It won't reach full capacity. Even with that, the stock zoomed in trade, hitting a 40-month high after a better-than-expected performance this quarter. Bank in focus, a stock jumping over 4% in trade after the private lender returned to profitability in the December quarter. The bank expects growth momentum to be robust in Q4 and sees a further improvement in asset quality. I had a chat with MD and CEO Chandrasekhar Ghosh. Listen in.
In our business, of course, is a very good improvement has come to the last quarter. There is two factors we find out on that. Monsoon was in a very good, and the ground level people's business have been returned back, and they are already communicate to us what is over from their level, and because of consumer demand have been increases in the rural and semi-urban areas more. And the people also return back to the business, and so that the credit demand also increasing gradually, which shows that our credit growth has come in the 10% in the last quarter, and simultaneously also deposit growth has come 19% year on year, and continuing our main plan on that, the retail is 85% and 46% CASA. So all these parameters of the business in reflected from the customer feedback, and bigger customer feedback reflected in the collection efficiency, which has come to this. The total bank is a 90% to 93%. But if I come to specific, which is our major portfolio in a EEB vertical. And that vertical has been seen that the collection efficiency has come from 86% to 92%, which is a 6% increase. But if we see that without PA and restructure, we find out on that this collection efficiency has come the 92% to 97%. So all of these parameters showing on that is not in the customer feedback when we make, but customer also showing their interest to repay the money on this. Okay. Another one point I mentioned about it as those are NPA customers. They are also started to pay. This quarter, 66% of NPA customer are paying. Even also restructured customer, those are not eligible to pay. We have given the moratorium, but this period they are voluntarily paying 61% of customers. So all these parameters showing on that the pandemic is over, that now they are returned back to the new business, and there is a credit demand and collection efficiency improving. And the gross NPA will be future going down.
Sources tell Business Today TV that the government is considering few relief measures for MSMEs due to the third wave of COVID-19. The Modi government is considering extending the timeline of its 4.5 lakh crore emergency credit line guarantee scheme by 6 months until September 22. ECLG was announced as one of the key schemes and components of the 20 trillion rupee economic stimulus package in 2020 by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. My colleague Karishma Sudani brings us more on this. Karishma, when can we expect the government to make this decision? How big a boost will it be for the MSME sector?
Well, Abha, we're picking up that this has to be a post-budget announcement if it's going to be merely an extension. Sources are telling me that an extension is on the cards. In fact, a 6-month extension of the emergency credit line guarantee scheme is something that the government has been, of course, considering as per sources. Besides this, we're also picking up that a probable budget announcement could include some tweaking with the provisions of this scheme in order to allow a more and a wider scope for MSMEs. We know that MSME and SME sector has been the most distressed sector as per the new COVID waves, and the different kind of relief measures that have come in for these have been very helpful, and an extension on cards will definitely help the sector out of this situation.